Definitely had the girl's eyes. You know, he was definitely a cute, good-looking kid.
And at 14, the world was Parker Wolfsmith's oyster. But one lazy evening in May, 2 days before his 8th grade graduation, in the small rural town of Maple Park, 60 miles west of Chicago, the handsome, adventurous, and sometimes mischievous teen made a risky decision. He decided to go breezing.
Breezing is standing close to the train to feel the power of the train as it goes by you. The power of the wind and the power of the ground shaking.
Family and friends say it wasn't the first time Parker used trains to get an adrenaline rush.
I was told by him that he would run across the tracks, and I guess he would test how close the train could get before he would run across the tracks and get across safely.
On the night of May 31st, at the crossing of Liberty in Maine, Parker decided to tempt fate again by heading for the train tracks near a friend's house.
They were just hanging out in the front yard, and Parker heard the train and said, I missed the first one, I'm going to catch this one, and ran up in there, and they tried to stop him, and couldn't stop him.
He stops in this general area. You can see that on the film of the train, and he's looking down the tracks for the train coming, and he moves closer, stops about right in this general area, and then he moves closer here, and this is where he gets struck, right here, as the train goes from the front of the train.
He was killed instantly, knocked right out of his shoes by a train going 50 miles per hour. His mother wasn't even allowed to view his body.
His jaw was so shattered that it was just like a flap of skin. What broke almost every bone in his body is his body did like what would do if you took a stone and threw it across the water and it skidded. That's what his body did across the pavement and rolled and landed 50, 60 feet away from the train.
Everything you do affects others, friends, family, your community.
A month after his death, with the help of Union Pacific Railroad, Chief Acosta organized an Operation Lifesaver seminar to educate the community about the dangers of trains.
The train hangs over 3 feet on each side of the track, which is why, remember we said earlier, if you think you're too close, you're probably out. Take that step back.
Chip Pugh is the state coordinator for the Operation Lifesaver program.
How common is it?
We're not really sure, Tanya, because when they do it and it works and they're not involved in an incident with a train, you don't really hear about it.
He says every year anywhere from 15 to 30 people are killed by trains, mainly because they're trespassing somewhere they aren't supposed to be.
Stay off, stay away, stay alive.
Parker's mother and sister attended that seminar along with some of Parker's friends who were with him the night he was killed. They all say, unfortunately, Parker's death has not stopped kids from breezing.
I know that they're still doing it.
And you think that, oh, we're just joking around? Joking turns into this.
Parker was cremated. His remains are in this beautiful bronze urn with his favorite necklace draped on top.
It's my son. And it can happen just like that. And you won't even know what's coming.
The police investigation determined Parker was not trying to commit suicide, nor was he pushed. It was, as they say, an unfortunate accident. Parker's mother, Amy, and Chief Acosta say they hope by speaking out, kids will think twice before breezing. Tanya Francisco, WGN News.